Cleanouts are.
This is a 940 Kenwood.
940 Kenwood in Burbank. 940 Kenwood. This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing. It is April 12, 2022. We're performing a video sewer inspection after hydrojetting, and we're at 940 Kenwood Street, Burbank, California. And we're in the front yard of the Kenwood property, and we have two 4-inch ABS plastic cleanouts. One goes back toward the commercial buildings that is on the corner of Magnolia and Kenwood, and the other one goes out to the alley that is right off Kenwood. We're going to go ahead and set our camera right at the opening of the cleanout and zero out our camera monitor so we get a good accurate reading. And as I said, we just hydrojetted. We've got the majority of the roots out, but we still have a little bit of roots in the vitreous clay, little hairline roots, because if we try to jet it and get them all out, we can damage the piping. We're going to start running in, and we also have a break at the saddle area in the alleyway. Got a little debris just fell in from the hedges, which will wash right through. Got a little bit of remnants of roots right there in that joint. We'll go slow and try and hit it. Now this joint, we have some more root intrusion, minor root intrusion there. We've hydrojetted it, and as I said, we got the majority of the roots out. We got roots in the next joint. Steve will try and go a little bit slower so we hit it. We can see there's small remnants of roots right there that we're growing in, and we've got an offset right there. So we're going to continue to run out toward the alley. And we are in vitreous clay. We've got about 3 to 4 feet between joints. Coming up on another joint. And that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Had a little bit of roots in there. Nothing terrible. And you can see kind of some of the spider marks on the vitreous clay. Some of it is cracks, and some of it is buildup. It's very difficult to tell. When we blow it up on the laptop, we can see it. The next joint, we got some minor root intrusion. We got, the majority, 90% of it. Got a little tiny bit of an offset there, not terrible. Going to continue running out. Got little remnants of the roots that the hydrojetter cut out, and those will wash through. We try to flush them through, but we can't get all of them. But when the water's running in the building, that'll wash them right through. The next joint, we've got some cracking in that joint and some small root intrusion. Nothing major. We're going to go in slow. Just going to take a look in front of us. Keep going in, Steve. I think we just have some remnants of roots that, again, were cut out with the hydrojetter. It's high pressure water that we run through the line. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Continuing to run toward the alleyway. Now we have some more root intrusion here, small root intrusion after hydrojetting. I'm going to continue to run out. This is older vitreous clay. More than likely it is original to the property, probably in the 1950s, I believe.
This would have been in the 20s.
Or 20s.
This was
pause.
in the 30s, I think.
Okay, so it could be 1920 original.
Yeah.
And that joint has a little bit of root intrusion. Pull back just a little bit, Steve. On the right-hand side at about the 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock area, and then again over at about the 9 o'clock area. So we're going to continue to push in. We've cleaned it up pretty well. It's not terrible at this point, but it has to be maintained. Continuing to run in. Next joint, we had some root intrusion. You can see all the way around from about the 11 o'clock area to the 7 o'clock area, and at about the 3 o'clock area. There's small remnants of root. The roots where they have been cut out. Now we're at the test tee area, the inlet. Then we're going to keep running out. And a little bit of root intrusion in that joint on the right hand side. Pull back a little tiny bit, Steve. Right there, just not much of anything. There was roots in there, but we cut them out. You get some joints that have smaller root intrusions than other. Going to continue to run into the alley. Now we have some root intrusion at the top at about the 9 o'clock area and 10 o'clock area, and we do have an offset. You see the shift in the pipe. You see more of the top of the pipe here than you do at the bottom. It's just shifted a little bit, which is common with vitreous clay. We're going to continue to run in. Now we'll be dropping down into the pipe a little bit. Continue to run out. That joint appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Didn't look too bad. Don't have too much breaking or really major offsets, major separations in this area. Now we got a little heavier root intrusion in this joint from the 1 o'clock area to about the 3 o'clock area. As I said, we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to hydrojet too hard. If we really overdo it, we can break the piping. So we just want to get the majority of the roots out, get it cleaned up. We continue to run in. Go slow here, Steve. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. A little tiny bit of an offset, but not bad at all. Got somebody running in a little bit of water now. Next joint coming up. Next joint coming up appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Got a little bit more grade running down toward the city sewer now. And that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Got a large offset in this joint. We're going to continue to run in a little bit further. That's an inlet, excuse me, that's inlet. Not an offset. Looked like an offset. We got a little bit of glare on the camera monitor, kind of hard to see. That's an inlet. We're going to continue to run in. Now we're running down toward the city sewer. This is our 6-inch piping where we increase, and this is right at the hedges adjacent to the alley. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We've got a short run to the city sewer now. We continue to run out. Next joint's got an offset. Shifted a little tiny bit of a separation. We continue to run out. Now we're running toward our city sewer saddle connection. When we make the turn, you should be able to see it. Got a little bit of an offset here, not terrible. And then we go in, we start to make the turn. We're going to stop right there. And you can see at about the 11 o'clock area, there's actually a good sized piece missing out of the saddle fitting right there. We're going to try and make that turn a little bit. Go ahead, Steve, slow. Try and see if we can get into it. I don't know if we can see anything. That may be our best shot at it. But we're going to go in a little bit more. Keep going, Steve. You see it? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Slowly now. Keep going. Keep going. And that's right there. That's where it's all broken.
Yep.
That piece is completely broken out of there. The saddle's almost completely missing. So with that saddle almost missing and broken as badly as it is, if we get a lot of earth movement,
yes,
it can just sever.
And
It'll just sever right there. Yeah, collapse.
And
It collapses, then you don't have any sewer.
We'd just be going into the dirt.
You go into the dirt.
And that's going to back
Well,
up.
it'll go into the dirt and it'll back up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we don't want to push past here because we're liable to get stuck.
Okay.
And that is the connection. That's the connection to the city sewer.
So 75 feet out.
Yeah. That's in the alley.
Gotcha.
So we're going to pause for one moment. Give me one second. Okay, we're going to resume recording. Yeah, we're going to resume recording and start pulling our camera back from this point.
4'9"
And it is 4 foot 9 inches deep in the alleyway at the connection by the manhole area. So we're going to begin pulling back now. Then we will be putting an estimate together to make the repairs.
And you'll be able to send me this video that I can share it with the property owner?
It'll be in an email.
The YouTube type thing? Great.
We're going to pause our mic for now, pulling back. We've already viewed the entire sewer line. And that concludes our video sewer inspection and hydro jetting.